Next is Monique with the San Diego American Legion's junior shooting team.
But first, self-defense and emergencies can happen to anyone, and there's no guarantee that the justice system will be on your side. Make sure you are protected for the legal battle after your self-defense battle. While you protect your family and property, U.S. Law Shield is here to defend you 24/7, 365 days a year with a comprehensive self-defense coverage at an affordable price. Bad guys don't take days off, and neither does our coverage. Listeners get a free t-shirt when you use promo code Gun Owners Radio. To sign up today, go to uslawshield.com.
All right, so we have a very interesting guest up from the American Legion Junior Shooting Sports Program. We're going to talk to Monique Clemons. Monique, are you there?
Yes, I am.
How are you?
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. I haven't seen you since we had that really cool picnic in down south. How have you been?
I've been good. Traveling, lots of work to be done. So
Awesome. So now you are. So what is the American Legion? To explain to people who have no idea what the American Legion is. What do you guys do, and how is it organized?
Okay. Well, I will make it a brief description because it's very complex. But basically, the American Legion is the oldest and largest veteran service organization. It was established in 1919 and now has over 2 million members, both nationally and internationally. The Legion is formed on the principle of 4 pillars: Americanism, children and youth, national security, and veteran affairs and rehabilitation. So basically, veterans serving veterans, families, and the community.
That's awesome. So to be what does it mean to be is it a membership organization or?
Correct. Basically, the American Legion itself is all veterans. So you had to have served at least one day honorably in the armed forces. We do also have the auxiliary, which are the spouses and daughters of those who have served. And then we also have the Sons program, which is also the male descendants of those who have served and are Legion members.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
And when you say, like, when veterans serving veterans, what are some of the ways that veterans serve veterans? What are some of the needs you guys fulfill?
Well, our biggest thing, one of our largest programs is our VSOs. It's our Veteran Service Officers. And what they do is they actually help any veteran that needs it with getting their VA benefits, because that's normally a very complicated and hard process to do if you don't have someone there to help guide you through it. So it's one of the services that the Legion provides through our certified veteran service officers, free of charge to any veteran. And if they're a member or not, they just have to be a veteran. And we help them get through the services and get their VA benefits that they need.
Wow. What drew you to the American Legion?
For me, it was my wanting to continue my service. I started in the American Legion when I was actually still in the service, but my family, my grandfather, my father, everyone had served. So when I first joined, it was me honoring those that served in Vietnam and also World War II. At the time, being very young, I didn't feel like I was the veteran yet. And now that I'm actually out of the military, now it's more of a sense of it's my continuing service. It's the way I can continue to give back and be part of that community, which helps me through every day, I would say.
Helps you through every day. Wow, that's very, very cool. What branch of the military did you serve?
I was Army and Navy, actually.
Really? Tell me, how did that happen?
I did Army first,
Uh-huh.
then got out and had a family, and partway through that, I'd gone to school and everything, and then decided I wanted to be back in the military, and so I went back into the Navy Reserves and finished off in the Navy Reserves.
So what did you? So you went in? Did you enlist in the Army or?
Yes, I was enlisted in the Army.
What did you do for the Army when you were in?
I was Signal Corps, so communications.
And then when you went to the Navy Reserves, what did you do for the Navy?
I was a nurse in the Navy.
Really? That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
very, very cool. All right. That's interesting. I did not know all that. Okay, but that's actually we want to talk about the shooting sports and youth in California. how did the junior shooting club start?
Well, first off, the Junior Shooting Sports is part of our Americanism pillar, which is all of our programs that have to do with children, and also other things, but that's one of the main things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually a national program, so it's been around for a very, very long time. And it's actually been in California for a long time. But here in San Diego County, we kind of brought it here just going on 2 years now, and it's established a district team. And right now we are just trying to expand that at this point because it was mostly Northern California that was participating, and now we're trying to get more participation down here in Southern California.
What discipline, what kind of shooting do they do?
It's all air rifle.
Wow.
They get to experiment with other weapons also, but their competition is air rifles.
You know, our co-host here, Action Jackson. How old are you, Jackson?
8.
He's 8 years old, and what do you do every Wednesday?
Go to the Glock store in San Diego and just learn how to shoot my guns.
That's awesome. Isn't that cool? Every Wednesday he goes and shoots, and it seems like, you know, I think it teaches kids responsibility. I think it gives them self-confidence. I think it teaches them discipline. Or is that what you find? Or is that the purpose for the junior shooting club?
That is definitely part of it. They learn the marksmanship, but then it's the responsibility, like you said, and safety. But then they're also exposed to the patriotism and the sense of service to your community, because all of our coaches are veterans and members of the American Legion. And so they're able to see on a daily basis that they're interacting with all of our coaches that of an example of what it is to continue to serve and what it is to have love for your country. So they're learning a lot more than just shooting and the safety, which is, of course, what we all want to make sure they do also. But the rest of it is also, those are the life goals that will help them later on.
What attracted you to this program? Why is this program important to you?
Well, for me, it's one of the programs that I do. I think that all of our programs are very important, but this one in particular, it was something that I actually myself competed in high school. I was a member of the rifle team in high school. Back then, we just did 22s, though. We didn't do air rifles. And I remember competing, and I remember going, I loved it. It was and it was part of what made me go into the military also, that experience and being with the coaches and learning from them and going to these competitions and getting to shoot and just learning. It gave me a passion for always loving, my fun toys, and also being able to, like I said, I was drawn to it, and it brought me back. Now doing the program brings me back to my times in high school when I got to do it then.
I'm guessing you didn't go to high school in California.
Actually, I did.
You did? You guys had a rifle team?
I did. We did.
What part of California was that?
That was in the Bay Area, actually. And we actually had
it's getting crazier.
We had a range underneath our, it was next to the ROTC room in our high school.
Wow.
So.
Next to the ROTC room.
Unheard of nowadays in California.
Hey, Monique, I had a question. Could you go back to the air rifle thing? Could you explain the air rifle? Because I'm not sure everybody has the same picture when you say air rifle that you guys use for competitions.
So basically, it is. It's just pellets. There's no bullets. They're just pellets. So, and then they have they have different style of them. The new ones that the team actually just got, I have not seen yet. So I think they're the Daisy ones. We just got them recently. But they are air propelled. So safety wise, of course, everything can be dangerous, but it's a good starting point. And it is something that is easier and a little less expensive for us to be able to have the kids compete with.
Okay. What distances are they shooting when they're competing with those?
They're actually doing, it is Ooh. Good question. I have to think about that.
Less than a mile, under a mile.
Under a mile.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, it's in the indoor range. I should know that number off the top of my head. I don't. I'm sorry.
That's okay. How many kids are in the program?
Right now, the highest we've had is 13. That number fluctuates a little bit because we have new kids that come in all the time. Because what we do is we have the ones that have been around now for a while, and they're definitely 100% in the competition realm of everything. But then we have other kids that come in, and they're just really learning gun safety, and they're learning about how to act at the range and what to do. And so they're kind of just learning and figuring if it's something good for them or not. So sometimes we'll have someone that comes a couple of times and they either figure out they aren't really into doing it or they stay. But we normally have about 13. Recently we had a couple that actually aged out because they were off to college. So.
And are there weekly practices or there matches? What's the schedule like?
Yeah, what we do is it's about an 8-hour commitment per month because it's 2 practices a month every other Saturday, and it's early in the morning. They go down to the range and they're there for about 3.5, 4 hours. Part of that is briefing time. They have briefing before and after, and then the rest of the time is on the range. And then they get to also because we do have sometimes some younger members, the 8 to 10 years, where they're not quite ready to compete with the 17, 18-year-olds. So with the younger members, it's more about just getting them comfortable and letting them see the older kids shoot and getting them a little excited about when they'll be old enough to actually compete.
Cool. And you're going to hang out with us. We got one more segment with you.
Okay.
Hey, folks, does selling your home feel overwhelming? Well, it doesn't have to be that way with Scott Vinson from Coldwell Banker Royal Realty. Scott Vinson is the perfect guide to help you sell or buy your home. Scott has also been a San Diego County Gun Owner board member from the start. So if you're moving, let fellow Second Amendment supporter and real estate broker Scott Vinson help you sell your home and find you a new home anywhere in the United States. Call him today at 619-948-2459. Tell him you heard about it on Gun Owners Radio. Call Scott at 619-948-2459 or just go online to scottvinson.com.
We're talking with Monique Clemons from the American Legion. We're talking about their junior shooting sports program. Monique, what's your position with the American Legion?
Well, with the American Legion itself, I'm actually district commander, so I'm actually the person over all of the post within San Diego County, and we have 29 of them right now.
Wow.
For the junior shooting sports, though, I do the public relations and also the fundraising, and sometimes coaching, but I leave that to, we have 6 awesome coaches that really are the backbone to the program, and they're the ones that do the hands-on work with the kids.
So is it, when we're talking about kids, we're talking about shooting, of course they're air rifles, but it's, same discipline and everything. Is it controversial?
Definitely. Luckily, we've not had any negativity so far, and I hope to keep it that way.
Yeah,
but
me
it
too.
is something that we always want to make sure that we keep an eye out for, due to the fact that it can be. Not everyone appreciates or thinks that children should be, or anyone should be around any kind of handgun or weapon of any kind. But people have to see that this program isn't necessarily, we're not trying to make kids want to go out and, have guns for their whole lives or anything like that. There's nothing like that. It's like we talked about already. It's teaching them responsibility, and it's teaching them really to be responsible. And there's ways for them to get scholarships and help them go to college. I mean, this is a way for someone to actually open doors for their future. It's not a negative. And right now in our climate, regrettably, some people see anything that has to do with firearms at all as a negative. But we try to keep our program as positive as possible.
It's kind of getting crazy out there, Monique. It's getting a little extreme, but I'm glad you guys are doing it. And I think you're putting a fantastic face to it and talking about all the positives that come along with learning, safety and marksmanship and everything. And I'm so glad that you're doing it. How do kids find you if they wanted to be a part of this program? How do they find you guys?
There's two ways. If they're within San Diego County, any of the American Legions, if they walked in, they would be able to get information. But also we have a Facebook page, which is American Legion Junior Shooting Sports District 22. And the practice information and everything goes on there, and they can also get information, and they can send messages directly to, they go to myself and also one of the other coaches, and we're able to answer any questions and things like that.
And anywhere, any kid in all of San Diego County can participate. It doesn't matter where they live in San Diego County.
Correct. That kind of goes to the next point, though, of what we're trying to do is right now, due to the space at the range that we're using, we're kind of limited to how many kids we can have at one time. So that's where our goal for fundraising is really is needed right now, because what we want to do is we want to be able to expand the program, and instead of having just one team for all of San Diego County, we want to be able to have multiple teams so that we are able to help and service more kids. And be able to expand more. So, of course, with that, though, comes the funds that are needed to do that. But we really don't want to have it where if we have a kid that lives all the way up towards Escondido, we don't want them to have to come all the way down to National City. We'd rather have teams on either end, or one out by Santee, something like that, where, it's easy. We want to make it easy, because what we also do is we pretty much make it where it's no financial commitment from the families or the children at this point. So we want to try to keep it that way. So that's part of why.
So if somebody wanted to support the program financially, can they just give a donation, or how does that work?
Yeah, right now, definitely donations work 100%. And also, we're also looking for items, because we're going to be having an auction during a fundraising event in January. So items that can be auctioned off would also be great.
You're having an auction? Is that here in San Diego?
Yes.
What kind of details can you give on that?
I don't have all the details yet for that one.
You'll have
and it's going to be.
You'll have different things up for auction, and there's some place people can go, and you'll have an auctioneer and everything, though. Or it's all a live auction.
Yeah, it's going to be it's just going to be a dinner, and then we will have auction items.
I'm going to go to a dinner. Dinner is one of my 4 favorite meals of the day. So that's
I will make sure I get you the information.
Yeah, where's the? Do you don't know? Okay, yeah, please do send us the information. I love going to dinners.
Okay,
Jackson likes dinner, don't you? What's your favorite dinner, Jackson?
Either breakfast for dinner or something like a cheese quesadilla or a grilled cheese.
Cheese quesadilla. Do you get now at your dinner? Do you guys think you'll serve a cheese quesadilla, or we don't know yet? We don't know the menu. That's not a fair question.
I kind of don't think that will be on the menu, but I don't know. Maybe I can make a special request.
Maybe that could be the Jackson special, and people could pay a little extra to have the Jackson special. That would be cool. That's awesome. I didn't know you were having that. That's very, very cool. So do you get any support from local schools, or do you get a lot of support from the local bases, or, are the kids mostly military dependents, or just anybody?
We've had, it's pretty much anybody. We've had, so far, I would say the majority has been dependents, either veterans or currently serving. We have had children from where their parents were all different branches of service. So it's definitely a wide range, but it's not just for the children of veterans. We're open for anyone.
What's a cool success story, Monique? Is anybody, what's a cool success story? Either like something that's, one of your kids has won, or is there like a a personal success story or anything like that? Or?
Well, I think the best was this last year. One is regrettably he was one of our seniors, so he's now moved on to college, which is good for him, but it was bad for the team. He actually ended up winning, and it was his first year. He ended up winning the sportsman part of the competition and took first place. And
wow.
As far as the state. And almost made it where he got to go national. So that was really exciting for a brand new team and a brand new shooter to actually have been able to do that well.
Do they win? Like you said, they win like scholarships sometimes, or what kind of stuff do they win?
Yeah, at the national level, they actually are able to win scholarships and things. So
that's awesome. Now, what do you guys provide the air rifle, or do they have to buy their own, or how does that work?
No, we have air rifles that they're allowed to use. And then we provide all the targets and the pellets and all that. The only thing that, just because it's a little easier, we've been asking the different team members to get their own eye protection and ear protection, only so that they would have their own personalized equipment.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But other than that, yeah, we are providing everything. So that's, like I said, that along with the range fees is part of why we have to, in order to expand, we definitely will have to figure out funding sources.
And your winner, he went to college, you said?
Yes, he went off to college.
I wonder if he's going to join the military. You think he's going to join the military?
He definitely talked about it.
Yeah.
All of our members, they all have. But I'm definitely proud to see them all go to college and get a degree first. So even when they do, I'll be able to see them with gold bars on their shoulders when they come back. So.
That's awesome. That's very, very cool. All right. Well, what else do you want people to know about the program?
I think we covered most of it. I think the biggest thing, though, is what you touched on earlier, is that this is definitely, it's a positive thing. And we're not in the position of, we're not trying to convince anyone to just get into shooting, and we're not trying to convince anyone to go into the military. It's about giving children an opportunity for an experience and something that could benefit them in their lives, and that it is a positive thing. And that's our goal. And we want to be able to expand that. And so that's our hope.
And if there, I know there are a number of veterans listening. If you're, what would you tell a veteran to encourage them to get involved in the American Legion?
I would say definitely, the American Legion has so many different things to offer. This is just one of our programs, and you hear how complex and how passionate we are about this. We have so many other programs. There's something that everyone can find that they can enjoy doing in the American Legion. And also, if you don't want to do a program, if you just need to be able to have a place to go and talk to someone every once in a while, to have that friendly face welcome you when you walk in a door, American Legion can do that. That's what we are for a lot of our members. We all remember the old Cheers show where Norm would walk in the door and everyone would say, "Hi, Norm."
Yeah.
That's what American Legions are. It's a family. It becomes a family. And so a lot of us veterans, we end up living places away from where our family, away from the people we grew up. So we end up sometimes not having a lot of people. So the American Legion it can be a family to those people and to all of us. And on top of it, there's so many benefits as far as helping you through all kinds of issues, as far as finding out, as far as your benefits, everything else. So.
That's awesome. Well, where's the website real quick?
It's www.legion.org is the American Legion's website, and you can go and find out lots of information.
Thanks, Monique.
Thanks for watching this clip from Gun Owners Radio. You can watch us live every Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. California time right here on our YouTube channel, or if you're in the San Diego area, you can listen to us on 1170 AM. We're also available on your favorite podcast platform for free. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can help restore and protect the Second Amendment, not just in California, but across the country.